So we are back in the games room and it's time for February's pickups. Now I'm a little bit late this month to do the video, so the games will be piling up on the shelf. So finally got some time to get this one out of the way, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. I've got some modern stuff, PS5 games here, a little bit of Switch, PSP, Xbox, and even some Nintendo as well, some old Nintendo, some Super Nintendo. So definitely a mixed bag and some pretty good quality stuff in there, to be honest with you. So I'll start off with the PS5 and I'll move on probably onto Switch and then move down. I'll make it up as I go along. So first up, the PS5, and like everybody and the dog, they had got this game. And it's actually the game, the reason why I got the PS5 in the first place is Horizon Forbidden West. Now this is an absolutely amazing game, like you probably already know. I loved the first one. I didn't get the first one day one though. I think I waited about a year for the DLC and got like the special edition, whatever, the final edition or whatever it's called, the complete edition. Played it, completed all the DLC. Fantastic time, fantastic memories with that one, so I had to get this one when it came out. Don't normally get day one games, but actually this month I got 2 day one ones for PS5. So well happy to get this. Only stuck maybe 2 hours maximum into this one. Probably a bit more, maybe 3 hours. And the next game turned up, so Elden Ring. So this is a death simulator if you've not tried it already. Of course you've played it already. My daughter was bugging me to get this one, so it's more for her, and it's probably a big mistake actually, because I played it for about half an hour and then I lost my PlayStation 5. It's been taken over by the kids. So I'm not being able to get back to Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm not happy about it, to be honest with you. Because not only that, I spent about 4 or 5 hours just installing this game. I don't know if when you've installed it, I had to move all my games off it, so I had to put it onto a hard disk, because obviously you get a brand new system after 3 months, you have to like remove everything off it to put for one game, don't you? Logically. Anyway, I had spent hours setting up this game and then played it for a couple of hours and then installed the other game, and then I lose the PS5. So I'm probably going to do a false flag operation, accuse them of some sort of crime to get back my PS5 as punishment. And happy days, I'll be back onto Horizon Forbidden West. So that's the plan for that one. And with these 2 games, actually, I think I've doubled my collection for PS5, so that's quite impressive. So those guys out of the way, I think next I will do the Switch and I will do Limited Run. So, by the way, if you hear humming, it's getting hot here. Getting hot here again, so the aircon's on. So we'll see how this works with the sound. I might have to redo everything. Anyway, this video is probably the same as anyone's anyway. So next up is Castlevania Collection. I think everybody's got that, right? Elden Ring, Castlevania Collection, Forbidden West, same video, different person. Anyway, this one's sealed and will remain sealed because I've got the digital version of this, but awesome cover. A Limited Run, I have to say, did a good job on this, a really good job. I wonder if they got a poster. Be really cool to get a post of this one. Really happy to get this, and fantastic NES style of box. I've got the other one as well, so it'll go very nicely together. And 2 games I've actually got on the PS4, so I've not opened these ones either. The Double Dragon games. One's by Way Forward and one's by Arc System Works. Very happy to get that. I do tend to go for Switch on strictly limited and limited run games rather than PS4 versions, unless it's obviously exclusive to the PS4 like Dangan Fever Run was. So that's it for the limited run games. I got this one from Amazon and it turned up straight away. I had to pay for it. This is an amazing thing, right? I paid for this game and then I got it. I didn't have to wait 6 months, and I paid cheap for this as well, only $15. I think Radical Reggie pointed me in the direction of this one on one of his videos. Not pointed me personally, but you know what I mean. He had it on his video and I watched his video and then I thought that's a good idea and I got it. It's Darius HD, and it's one I think it's one Darius game I've never played before, so I really want to get the PCB of it that is on the Taito F3. I would love to get this one, but yeah, I've played all the other arcade games. I'm looking at the Limbo because normally I play it on there because it's got long screen, because obviously the original had 3 screens. Fantastic game, and this is one of the only games that doesn't have the extended screen. It was designed for normal cabs, and the graphics is amazing. So basically you got the original arcade version, you got like a remastered version. Really cool. If you like fishing games, you will definitely like this game, and also if you like shooting games too, you probably might like it. Cool mechanics on this one is you can actually it was Einhanger, I probably butchered the name of that one, whatever, the PS1 shooter. You can sort of grab weapons and use it to your own advantage. It's quite cool. You got like a tracking the device to just pull like ships and stuff and turn it into a weapon. It's quite cool. Very good game, very good fishing game, and cheap as well. $15, can't complain. So yeah, Amazon US. Last game for the Switch is an example of me being a right idiot and being completely rinsed. So for some reason, this happens, right? Your favorite game, your favorite series comes out, only exclusive physical copy in Japan, and you think to yourself, this is going to be really easy to get in the future. I got rinsed. I was stupid. I paid the punishment for being an idiot. And my favourite series is, I always talk about it and people probably ignore me, but Multi-Blood. Such a good game, such a great, amazing fighter. So if you don't know this, it's by French Bread. Very weird sort of developer name, but these are the guys. You probably know them better for this one. This is Under Night in Birth. That's probably the more popular game. But if you've got a Japanese PS2, you could play the PS2 versions of this. They did release it. But I've got all the Naomi, it came out on the Naomi, I got all the GT ROMs, and then the second one came out on the cart, so I've got that too. I always play it on the Limburg, went over the Ring Edge hardware for the later sequels. Amazing series. The cool thing about it is the graphics are amazing. You're just, the way that the design of the actual game itself, as in the style, is fantastic. I just love it. But it's easy a game to pick up and play. You don't have to be an expert in fighting games to pick up these ones. You just bash your buttons, have a lot of fun, but at the same time there's a lot of depth as well. So if you're into your more tournament fighters as well, you can play this one as well. It's good for everybody. Definitely pick it up, but don't go for physical copy and get rinsed like me. Just get the digital version. Only a complete idiot would pay more than the retail price of it after 3 months. Only an idiot. And pay for more than the retail, but one that's already open as well. But luckily it was only the game that was open, so the artwork and all the rest of it is completely unmolested. And I thought I was getting a little dude and stuff right there, but it's not. It's just I don't know why they did that. I really don't. But yeah, it's all still unmolested. Very happy to finally get it, because I struggled even to find a copy of the collector's set, never mind finding it and getting rinsed. So I was happy to get rinsed in the end. So yeah, it was a bit of Vaseline, I guess, at least. But moral of the story is, don't be an idiot. If it's a series you love, get it, pre-order it. If you think you're going to get it later on anyway, just get it. Don't get rinsed. So that's the Switch out of the way. I will now do PSPs. So we are back to our Singapore sort of pickups. First batch here, little bundle. 5 games, 20 Sing, well, that's about £10 I guess. Yeah, not particularly exciting titles, but the ones I actually needed. FIFA 13, I actually do need it, but that's not really the reason why I got it. The other games are PSP Essentials, not ideal, but there's some good games in there. Splinter Cell's not bad. Wally, I'm not really bothered about, but I do need to get it. Prince of Persia, I may have this one already, so I may get rid of this one. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, surprisingly if I didn't have that one. It's a Lego one, so it's not so bad. But for 20 Sing, that is not bad at all, so I'm well chuffed to get that. Next one is an even better bundle, if we can actually get it. And this was all for 45 Sing, which is, let's just, it sounds like I'm making up a number, but I'm kind of halving and adding a bit. So it's about £30 to be honest with you. And we got a nice little bundle here actually. So to be honest with you, the thing that really sold it for me are the games I really wanted to get, and that was Spider-Man 3. Not a cheap game and really good game. I really do like it. I've got the Wii one. It's pretty much the same, and it's always quite cool to have Ash doing the tutorial at the beginning. It's quite amusing. Very good game. One of the later PSP games as well, I think. Another game that I don't see very often is Tron Evolution. Now this one is, it's kind of a strange one. It's okay, I wouldn't say it's an amazing game or anything like that, but it's basically got all your classic games in there, like the tank, the bike game, the disc, but it's held together with a bit of a story, and you got a bit of I think it's Jeff Bridges anyway, but he's doing a bit of a big Lebowski sort of spiel in there. He's going back to his Flynn. Always nice to see Flynn's arcade at the beginning, but yeah, it's not bad, and I very rarely see this game, so I'm quite happy to get it. The other game I was really after was this one as well. I've already got this one, so I will be moving this on, but this is not a cheap game, and it's an amazing game. I highly recommend you get this one. Not only did I go over recently, I just happened to be going over the Metal Slug 6 series with the Atomic Wave, but all the games are here. Metal Slug 2, 3, X, 4, 5 and 6 all in one disc. Absolutely fantastic. You don't get much better than that. Highly recommend it, and I will be moving this one on, and the price of this one will probably cover the majority of this one anyway, if not all. What else? This one was an interesting one. It's Ultraman. What's it called? Fighting Evolution. Now this one, it's a lot of fun for about 20 minutes. You can get a bit of nostalgia of B-movies and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, but the fun doesn't last very long, unfortunately. And this is equivalent of the PSP Essentials for the Japanese. Obviously this is an exclusive to Japan, so it's just nice to get it. This is a sort of puzzly game, Zendoku, I don't know. It looks okay. Not tried it, to be honest with you. Frog I already got, so I'll be moving that on. Iron Man I already got, I'll be moving that on, and it is a code 4, region 4, so that's Australia. Ben 10, I need to get this one, so I'll keep this one protected over the earth. Actually looks pretty good actually. I've not played this one yet, but from the back it looks kind of interesting, so I'll give this one a go. This one is very cool. It's Street Supremacy, so if you like Initial D, you definitely want to give this a go. It's an arcade racer, really good fun for a PSP as well. Really good. Hook it up to your TV, a lot of fun. You'll see from the graphics, very, very similar to Initial D. You've got your challenges and then your little street battle. You know, not too many cars on the road and things like that, but you're just racing against your rival. A lot of fun, very well done, and by Konami as well, of all people. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, I think I have this one already, so I'll be moving that one on. And FIFA 12, I have no idea if I got it or not, but if I do have it, I'll be moving it on. As would be common sense, right, with these FIFA games. So that is the PSP's out the survey, and what's next? I shall do the Super Nintendo, because this is from my buddy Len. So Len is absolutely top dude, but I did get this a long time ago. So if you go back when beginning of the football season, that's how far back we're going. So I was still in high hopes, watching probably the first game of the season, feeling encouraged, and I saw he had this on Carousel, so I got in touch with him, said could you do me a deal. I was asked for another game as well. I was after he had Kirby's Canvas Curse as well, and he said, dude, I'll throw this in for you for free. I thought this was actually the cardboard with it, but it's not, it's just a repo box, but it is with the manual. But the price he was selling was absolute steal. This isn't a very expensive game, especially if you got it with a cardboard. Very expensive game, so I'm well happy to get that, and I do like the Ninja Gaiden series, and I do like the Kirby series, so I'm well happy. But unfortunately life happens, and seriously he wasn't able to ship it on. He had too many stuff going on with his life, so I just let him be. Yeah, so Len, cheers buddy. I mean, I completely trust him, even though I'm far away from Singapore. I knew he would sort me out, Top bloke. He's actually the guy I got my Blast City from. My first ever cab I got from this guy. Did me a stellar deal there, and he's a very cool guy. I don't know if he's watching, but I'm still going to big him up anyway. But he very interesting guy as well. I think he bought a load of cabs from, I think an arcade must have been shut down, and he had a little warehouse in the middle of nowhere. So in Singapore, Woodlands is as far as you get. Woodlands is almost like Malaysia, so it's like, for me it was about half an hour, 40 minutes to get there. But he had a warehouse there full of machines. So he had like a double Daytona, he had 4 Initial Ds, he had a House of Dead, he had a Versus, the Sega Versus. So he hooked that up with, I think he had a Power Stone in there as well, so you could have 4-player Power Stone. Really cool stuff. Some drum games, all these rhythm sort of games. Such a cool setup, and it's just like, you go there a weekend, you just hang out and play games with him. Fortunately, I couldn't go there very often. I only went there when I picked up the cab, and a couple of times when I actually checked it out first of all. Such a top bloke, top bloke, and to set that up as well for his little community of mates and stuff. Top bloke. And I bought so many stuff from him in the past, some really stellar deals. So I knew I could trust him. I even got I've now done the labels here. Starting to do the label on my boxes, but I got a Strikers 3 from him back in the day for about 50 Sing. That's nothing, man. You try and get that's like £25 or something. Try and get a Strikers 3 PCB for that price. Top bloke. And what else as well? If he's watching this, you sold me a Toy Fighters on the Naomi. I've had people saying, has anyone seen this cart? And you sold me for pretty much nothing when I picked up the Blast City. So dude, you're a top guy. I appreciate you came through to me in the end. I mean, only 6 months later. And also my other mate as well helped me out as well. He did the shipping, so he picked it up and helped out. So I have to thank the dudes in Singapore, and this is what it's all about. In this hobby, you need friends, you need these contacts. It's the only way to do things, and so it's cool to meet these guys and have these friendships. So cheers, bro. I've not finished the story. I've just bladdered on for too long. At the time as well, there's another game as well I really wanted, but it was sold. But I said to him, look dude, if it falls through, hook me up. And he did, as an apology for being so late. He hooked me up and he gave me an absolute stellar price for this one. And it's a game I actually had, but I didn't have it all boxed and complete. And it's a beautiful copy of Astro Boy, Omega Factor. Oh, dude! So thank you so much for that, man. So I was going to do a separate video for this, but I thought I'll put it in because technically I already have this game. But I am doing a video on Treasure because I'm getting the whole Treasure set. So if you don't know the developer Treasure, this is another shooter by them on the Game Boy Advance. Highly recommend it. It's such a good game. And of course Treasure is my favourite developer, and I've pretty much finished this set now, so I will be doing the video. This is one of the last ones I needed with the box, but since I technically had the game, I'm not really going to show it off that way. So the other games I'll count as the last one, not this one. So I'm so happy to get these ones finally. Ninja Gaiden as well is such a good fun game. It's got basically it's the 3 Ninja Gaiden 1, 2 and 3. It's the NES games basically. And I haven't played Kirby's Canvas Curse, but I do like the I do like the Kirby games. So next up is the Xbox stuff. So there's not much left to go. So we're nearly there. The pain is nearly over. The first small little bundle. It's 99 Nights, the first one and the second one. So this is kind of like Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors. The best way to say it. I was going to say Harry Warriors, but that's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors. I do like those games, but this is not as good as something like Harry Warriors, to be honest with you. I didn't really get... I played it a little bit, just to do the first couple of levels, but I didn't really get much connection with the characters or anything like that. Something like Harry Warriors was more interesting for me because, yeah, it's Zelda, isn't it? So... But it's okay, it's not bad. If you like those games, then definitely you will enjoy it. The first one is exclusive to the Xbox 360. The second one doesn't seem to be. I didn't try out the second one yet, I thought I'd play the first one a little bit more before checking out the second one, but I presume it's more of the same sort of thing. I'm not sure whether it's N3 though, but anyway. Yeah, if you like Dynasty Warriors, you'll love these games, I'm sure. Those two, and that bundle was only like 15 Singapore dollars. That's what, again, I'm making up the price. It's about £8. Just I'm halving it, adding a bit. Okay, the next little bundle, or not, it's not actually a little bundle, it's quite a big bundle. It came from one seller, he's a reseller, so basically saw what he had. Picked up one game that I was really after, and then the others were quite cheap. The first one is the one I was really wanted, is the Fear Files. So this is basically the additional missions, Extraction Point and Purchase Mandate. So you don't need this to play this one. It's just standalone. You can just put it in the disc and play those missions. So it's pretty damn cool. I don't know if it came out on the PAL regions or not. I'm sure the missions did, but I don't know if the physical copy like this was released. But it wasn't particularly cheap. It was 35 Sing, as I can see from the price tag on the back. But what he did was, I got this one, and then the other ones were about 5 Sing each. That's about £3, and then he tallied it all together and then gave me a bit of a discount. So this was 35, so that's like £20 or so. But really, really good game. I do like the Fear series, so well happy to get that one. Next up is Wet. So like I said, this was about £3 or less, and this is quite a cool game. I did enjoy playing this one, but it's not quite there. It's almost a fantastic game. I'll just say it's an okay to good game. I do like the style, I do like the storyline, what they're trying to do with it, the atmosphere, and if you like your sort of Matrix style slow down shooting games, I'm sure that you'll like this game. It's a lot of fun, but like I say, it's just not quite there. There's something about the playability. If they just put a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, maybe got a little bit more testing done on the actual game itself, it could have been a fantastic game. But nevertheless, it's definitely worth picking up. Oh, it's Bethesda as well, is it? I didn't realise it's Bethesda. Definitely worth getting anyway, especially you pick it up cheap. Is that the only 360? I think no, there's one more. Prototype 2 was the other 360 game I got from him. Now again, this is it's okay game. I wouldn't say it's an amazing game, but it's kind of an open sort of world sort of game. Cool storyline. I haven't played the first one, so I don't know if it's just a continuation or whatever. I don't know how they're connected, but it's kind of interesting. It's very playable. Yeah, it kind of feels like something like Infamous, where you got sort of superpowers jumping around the city, smashing things up and consuming people to get health, and bad guys for health. And yeah, it's kind of interesting, but it's okay. I'm not sure I'm really going to go back and play that one too much. What else have I got here? The rest are 4 or 5 Xbox OG games. The first one is one I need to replace. So I lost this one in the move. It's the multiplayer maps for Halo 2. I don't know where it's gone. I have no idea. I think I lost it in one of the hotels I was staying when I was in between moving, because I picked this up just before I moved and it just disappeared. But happy to get that one finally back with the rest of the games. And the other one is Gun. So I do like this one. Got the 360, but he had this as well, so I thought I might as well grab it, especially for £3 or whatever it was. Very, very good game. If you haven't played it, you definitely got to check it out. It's a very underrated game. Obviously, the Red Dead Redemption games always get all the glory. This is still a damn good game. You got to try it out, whether it's on 360 or on the Xbox, or even on the GameCube. I think it is, and probably PlayStation 2. Probably every and PSP. It doesn't stop, does it? Every single console, no matter what it is, just give it a go, okay? Recommend it. Next game is really, really good. I love this game. It's 13. Really stylish. It is cel shaded, really playable first-person shooter type of game, and storyline is like basically Born Identity type of game, and a little bit Baywatch in there as well at the beginning. A lot of fun. I definitely recommend this one. Also, this is on every system under the sun. I think it's definitely on the GameCube, probably on the PS2. Next one, a lot of people like it, but I'm not too keen on this one. It's Destroy All Humans 2. I don't know. It's I just can't really get into it. I don't. If you're going to play like sort of shooting games, there's a lot better ones out there. The human stuff is okay, but it doesn't do anything for me. But it's okay. I think they remastered it, or they've got it coming out on the Switch or something stupid like that. I think they definitely remastered it for some reason, but I certainly won't be picking it up. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that like this one. And last one, and least, I don't like this one either, is Crash Nitro Kart. This is very, very dull. It could be I haven't put enough time into it, but I do like my kart games, and this one's not drawing me in at all. Very, very dull, not very playable, seems very slow as well. Not a good kart racer. I don't know, maybe I haven't played it enough, I don't know. Comment if I need to play this one more, or if I've got this one on the nose. But unless someone tells me otherwise, I'm not really going to play this one further. Very disappointed with that, because I do like my kart races as well. And yeah, very disappointing. And the last bundle is the best one from the Xbox, and it is 2 shooters as well. So the first one is Espgaluda 2, the Black Label. So this is obviously a cave game, absolutely fantastic. Well, actually, I'm not going to say absolutely fantastic. It's good. I do like it. I love the original version. I've got it actually on the PGM hardware, so that's absolutely fantastic there. But this, I've only played the arcade version on this. This is basically, there's a remastered sort of home version and there's another arcade version. I only played the arcade version, and it didn't seem to be ported as well as it should be. I don't know who did this. I don't think M2 did it, but it wasn't particularly fantastic. I should check out the reviews, what happened with this one, but just playing it, it didn't feel right. Seems a bit slow. You'll see with the footage, it's still beautiful. Really, I mean, the actual arcade game is amazing, but just this version didn't seem to be up to scratch. I don't know. I don't know if this is the collector's or what. I'm sure people will make a comment on that. But I think it's got the soundtrack. I think it's all complete. But I do like my cave shooter, my bullet hells, and I was just a little bit disappointed with it. Just a little bit. I still like it, but it could have been better. And again, this is only on the Xbox 360. And the other one is really good. I love this one, and it's a cheap one as well. So this is a bundle I got for 75, because this one is not a cheap game to find. So 75 is what, about £40 for the pair, but this is a cheap game compared to the cave games, and it's fantastic. What's it called? Bullet Soul, I think it's called. I can't really translate the cover. I think it's called Bullet Soul. I'm pretty certain it is. It's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it. It is a bullet hell, but it is a really beginner's bullet hell. It's absolutely gorgeous. The patterns are really good patterns to learn, to train for. So if you want to get into bullet hells and you want to try them out, this is definitely a game for you. You will learn many techniques that you can just be able to go into cave games. Really, really good stuff. I really love this, and the music as well is fantastic. The graphics are fantastic. Everything about this game is just pure class, but it's on the easy side. So the first level, you just breeze. You can really navigate the patterns very, very easily, and highly recommend this one. Definitely recommend it. It will train you up to be able to get into the proper bullet hells. And it's reasonably priced as well, and I think it didn't come out in the West. I'm pretty certain it didn't. Definitely get this one, and if you're into cave shooters, get this one, but it's not cheap, so unless you're really into your bullet hell, I wouldn't recommend you getting it. I'm very disappointed, even though I love the first one so much on the PGM. So that is the pickups all done and dusted. I don't think there's any more. I'm just looking around. So that is everything for Feb. So I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe something that you want to pick up for yourself. And on that note, I will be thanking you, and I will see you guys later.